Let's go ahead and solve homework exercise number 1 from section 7.2. It says plot the intercepts to graph the equation 6x minus 3y equals negative 6. 6x minus 3y equals negative 6. So take your equation. Now, the intercepts, the y, okay, we'll do a little table. We'll have x and y values. The y-intercept is when you put in 0 for x, because you're not going to go over any at all, so you'll just go up or down. So that will be the y-intercept. So what you do is you substitute in 0 for x and you solve for y. So the work here, we have 6 times 0 minus 3y equals a negative 6, right? Put in 0 for x in the equation. 6 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3y is a negative 3y. Negative 3y equals negative 6. Divide both sides by negative 3 to get 1y. And negative 6 divided by negative 3 is a positive 2. So that means when x is 0, y is 2. So that's going to give us the point 0, 2. Okay, now the other intercept is the x-intercept. That's when y is 0. So you take your same equation, 6x minus 3y equals negative 6, and put in 0 for y. So 6x minus 3 times 0 equals negative 6. Okay, so we have 3 times 0 is 0. So we're left with what remains on the left side is 6x equals negative 6. Divide both sides by 6. I'm sorry, divide both sides by 6, not a negative 6, because this is a positive 6. So the 6's cancel. X equals negative 6 divided by 6, which is a negative 1. So when y is 0, x is negative 1. So that point would be negative 1, 0. Again, this point is 0, 2. We know it's a linear equation, so it's a straight line. So we can go ahead and plot these 2 points, 0, 2, and negative 1, 0. And that will give us the graph of our line. Okay? So we got the 2 points. Let's plot them. So the first point was, now we know it's a linear equation, so it's a straight line. So we grab the line tool, which is right there, and we go ahead, and the first point was 0, 2, so 0 up 2, there it is right there. And then from there, the other point was negative 1, 0, which is right there. So when you get to negative 1, 0, click. It automatically draws the line, and checking our answer, we get it correct. All right, let's look at homework exercise number 2, very similar to number 1, plotting the intercepts again. So what we have is you take your equation, minus x plus 3y equals negative 9. Okay, to get the y-intercept, x is 0. So when x is 0, we get, put in 0 for x, 0 plus 3y equals negative 9. 0 plus 3y is 3y equals negative 9. Divide both sides by 3 to get 1y, or y equals a negative 9 divided by 3. A positive 3 is a negative 3. So the y-intercept, or the 1 point, is 0, negative 3. A second point, or the x-intercept, put in 0 for y. X plus, substitute 0 for y. 3 times 0 equals negative 9. 3 times 0 is 0, so x equals a negative 9, so it's already solved for x. So when y is 0, x is a negative 9, so our 2 points are 0, negative 3, and negative 9, 0. Plot those 2 points with the line tool, because we know it's a linear equation. X plus y are both to the first power, so it's a line. So we'll go ahead and plot those 2 points with the line tool. Okay, so I picked a line tool. The first point was 0, negative 3, which is right there. The second point is negative 9, 0, which is right there. And we've got our answer. Homework exercise number 3. Find the slope of the line passing through the pair of points, or state the slope is undefined. Indicate whether the line through the point rises, falls as horizontal or as vertical. Okay, the formula for the slope, I'm not sure why, but the book uses M for slope. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's the ratio of, it's the rise over run, or vertical change over horizontal change. The y's are in the numerator because it's the vertical change, and the x's are in the denominator because it's the horizontal change. Now what you can do is you apply this formula. I write the 2 points, negative 2, 4, 2, 2, and then this is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. So substituting into the formula, y2 is 2, subtract y1, which is 4, over x2, which is 2, subtract x1, which is a negative 2. Now be careful, use your calculator if you have to. 2 minus 4 is 2 plus a negative 4, which is a negative 2. 2 minus a negative 2 is 2 plus a positive 2, which is 4. Okay, always reduce the fraction. Negative 2 over 4 reduces what? 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice. So we get a negative 1/2. So that means in simplified form as a fraction, put in your answer. The slope is a negative 1/2. Okay, again, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You can just put the negative 1 in the numerator and you'll get it correct. When it's a negative slope means you're going down into the right, it means it falls. Negative slope is it falls. If the slope is positive number, it rises. If 0 is in the numerator, if the numerator equals 0, then the slope is 0 and the line is horizontal. And when the denominator is 0, so if you got like 7 over 0 for the slope, in the denominator you can't divide by 0, it's undefined, and it would be a vertical line. So that's when the slope is undefined, okay? So in this case, the slope is a negative number, so the graph falls from left to right. All right, find the slope. Same problem as number 4, as number 3. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It doesn't matter which point is which. So I can say 5, 3 is my x1, y1, and 7, negative 1 is my x2, y2. So y2 is negative 1, subtract, y1 is 3, x2 is 7, subtract x1, which is 5. Again, use your calculator if you have to. Be careful. Negative 1 minus 3 is a negative 1 plus a negative 3, which is a negative 4. 7 minus 5 is 2. Negative 4 divided by 2 is a negative 2. Now, again, when it's a whole number, if you think of it as a fraction, it'd be negative 2 over 1, but they just want you to write it as a negative 2. So when there's when the denominator is 1, the slope is just a whole number, and in this case you can just put in a negative 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that in to make sure that is the way they want the answer. There you go, right, and the slope's negative. Remember, when the slope is negative, the line falls from left to right. Let's look at homework exercise number 5. Again, the slope So we have the negative 9, negative 9. That will be our x1, y1. And negative 9, negative 4 will be our x2, y2. So the slope is y2, negative 4, minus y1, a negative 9, over x2, negative 9, minus x1, a negative 9. Okay, so negative 4 minus a negative 9 is plus a positive 9. 9 minus 4 is a positive 5. Negative 9 minus a negative 9 is plus a positive 9. Negative 9 plus 9 cancel out, right? Gives us 0. So when we have 0 in the denominator, what does it mean? The slope is undefined. Okay? And if you graph these 2 points, you would see that negative, you'd go over negative 9, down 4, and then you go over negative 9, down 9. It would be a vertical line. So when 0 in the denominator, you don't have the slope. You can just remember, when there's 0 in the denominator, the slope is undefined, and it's going to be a vertical line. Slope is undefined, and it is a vertical line. Okay, homework exercise number 6, 9, negative 7, x1, y1, negative 3, negative 7, x2, y2. So the slope is y2, negative 7 minus y1, negative 7 over x2, negative 3 minus 9. Negative 7 minus a negative 7 is plus a positive 7. Negative 7 plus 7 is 0. Negative 3 minus 9 is a negative 12. 0 divided by any number, as long as it's not 0, is 0. So that is 0. So the slope is 0, not undefined. And when the slope is 0, it is a horizontal line. If you plotted these 2 points, you would get a horizontal line. So let's go ahead and put that in. Again, 0 in the numerator means the slope is 0. And if you plot the 2 points, you will get a horizontal line. We're going to stop this session at homework exercise number 6. If you have any questions, send me an email at tswers@hodges.edu or call me at 239-938-7805. Thank you.